What's going on, guys? B Scott here with you on today's show. We got your Thursday night football preview heading in to week number 9. We got the Indianapolis Colts at home to face the New York Jets, coming off a huge win. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to get to some power rankings. Had a couple shifts in the top 10, and I'm going to address them this week. So keep it locked and loaded right here at the first 4 downs. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. As I mentioned in the preview, we're going over your Thursday night football preview and then talk about the power rankings, our top 10, and some shifts that have been made. So before we get to today's content, don't forget, like the video, subscribe, share, thumb bell, all that good stuff, and then comment. You don't agree with the power ranking team, or you think something other than what I say about Thursday night football preview, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. I'll be glad to bicker back and forth with you over these standings. So let's start with the Thursday night football preview. We got the Indianapolis Colts at home to take on the New York Football Jets. The Indianapolis Colts favored -10, the over-under at 45, and the Jets coming off a huge victory, 10-point dogs to pull out the victory at the very end against the Cincinnati Bengals. Really put it on them. Mike White, 400 passing yards. Michael Carter looking like a stud. I mean, the Jets overall looked great last week. Now, they're on the road on a short week to face this Indianapolis Colts team that's coming off a pretty devastating loss. This was a huge loss for the Indianapolis Colts. They needed it against Tennessee Titans to stay relevant in this division. Dropped them to 3-5, and the Tennessee Titans just keep on rolling. And at this point, they did lose Derrick Henry, so that hurts their offense. Maybe the Colts can keep it close, but they can't lose very many more football games going forward. And Carson Wentz really let him down. 2 pivotal interceptions to end that game. Not good for the Colts going forward. Hopefully they can really just string together a lot of victories and hopefully find their way into the playoffs. But at this point, it's going to be tough. So, Indianapolis Colts, I like them to win this football game. It's plain and simple. The New York Jets, they have played well. Michael Carter has played very well over the coming weeks. But the Colts have allowed just 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground to running backs this season. They've been very good against the running backs. Where they can be beat is in the secondary. The Colts secondary is really falling apart. So if the Jets have a chance in this one, it's going to be through the air. I don't necessarily love the chances here on a short week. I understand. And Mike White, we got to wait and see what's going on here. The Colts have really started to pick it up over the last few weeks, especially on the defensive side. 4 straight games, 2+ sacks, 3 straight games, 2+ turnovers. And Carson Wentz is still playing good, albeit had a couple throws that he probably should have been taken back, that's for sure. So on the Colts side of the ball, Jonathan Taylor should be a smash spot here. He's going to be great. The New York Jets have allowed the most rushing touchdowns on the season to running backs with 11. So I think the Colts are going to be able to get it done here and handle it pretty handedly. It is a 10-point spread, so I don't know if I necessarily love the Colts here in a 10-point. I mean, if you can get this same game in a teaser, I like the over in this one. Maybe you go over and then you got the Colts and you drop it down to 4. But I just think the Colts are going to be able to get this game done. They're at home. They need to string together some wins, and I'm just not necessarily a believer in the New York Jets just yet, even though they played very well, and they played even without Corey Davis, their number 1 target, Jamison Crowder, Elijah Moore. These guys are making plays and making it work, and Mike White's playing great. And the Colts, on the season, haven't necessarily pressured the quarterback at a high rate. I want to say bottom 5 in the league, but they have definitely picked it up over the last the last recent weeks. So I got to go with the Colts here. I just think they're the better football team, and the New York Jets, albeit have played very well, I don't see him getting this win on the road in a tough place to play. So that's my decision. I like the Colts to win this game. I still like it by 10. I'm going to go with the Colts 31, the New York Jets 20. I still think the Jets are going to be able to score some points here, and I like the over on the 45 because I just think both these teams are going to be able to score. So now we can get to the power rankings. And these are top 10 teams that we rank every single week, and we got a couple movement teams. We got the Green Bay Packers at the number 1 spot, knocking off the only undefeated team in the Arizona Cardinals without any pass catchers. They seem to just know how to get wins done when they need them the most. Aaron Rodgers plays outstanding. He doesn't make mistakes very, very rarely. And the Green Bay Packers, it is what it is. That's where they're at. They're at the number 1 spot here. So we'll move to the 2nd spot, which is the Arizona Cardinals, coming off a loss to the Green Bay Packers, and Kyler Murray's injured a little bit. We'll see how that happens. The pass catchers were hurt. We'll have to see how that shakes out this week, playing the San Francisco 49ers, a big divisional game. But they're 7-1. They've still played very, very well on the season. They beat the Rams. So we obviously have the Arizona Cardinals at the number 2 spot. At the number 3 spot, we got the Los Angeles Rams, also 7-1. Only lost the Arizona Cardinals. That's why we got them 1 spot slotted behind them. And they've just played great on the season. Their offense is sound. Yeah, they've shown some struggles here and there, but they're a well-rounded football team that just added Von Miller, albeit What's Von Miller done in the recent history? Not much, but he's an older player, a good veteran that they can bring in and hopefully shake up that defensive line and really bolster that pass rush with Aaron Donald and Floyd. So obviously we got the Los Angeles Rams at the number 3 spot. Our number 4 spot's the Dallas Cowboys. They just keep on keeping on. 7-1. They knock off Minnesota without Dak Prescott. An impressive win. Cooper Rush played great. Last week's storyline was the victory of the backup quarterbacks. Cooper Rush, great win. Looking like Dak's going to play this week against the Denver Broncos. I think they'll be able to handle him. No problems at home. So Dallas Cowboys, we got them at the number 4 spot. Number 5 is the Tampa Bay Bucks, coming off of a loss to the New Orleans Saints. They play the Saints tough. The Saints play the Bucks tough. This is a great rivalry matchup, and Tom Brady just can't seem to get over the hump and beat the Saints in the regular season. He hasn't been able to. It was a very close game for most of this game. Trevor Siemian, backup quarterback, leads the Saints through the stretch to hold on to the victory, which is great. Tom Brady throws the pivotal pick 6 at the end of that game, and they lose. So 6-2 as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I still think they're a great, well-rounded football team. Obviously missing some pass catchers in AB and Gronkowski in this one. So Tampa Bay, we got them at the 5 spot. Number 6, the Buffalo Bills. Kind of snoozed through almost 3/4 of the game against the Miami Dolphins. Picked it up in the final quarter and a half and got it done. Pulled off the victory. Miami Dolphins, they stink, really. And Buffalo Bills, they're offensively elite, and the defense is great. Only gave up 10 points against Miami Dolphins. So, and then this week should be another smash game for them playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Buffalo's at our number 6 spot. The number 7 spot, Baltimore Ravens, coming out of a bye. Hopefully they can really get that offensive line working, integrate Rashad Bateman even more into this offense, make it more dynamic of a passing offense. And the running backs, they still got an old group. Hopefully they can just keep on keeping on and doing what they do best. They got a tough game playing the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's coming to town. So Baltimore need a victory this week to keep it up. Number 8, Tennessee Titans, 6-2. Very impressive win against the Colts. Got it when they needed it. At the end of the day, that's what matters. 2 victories against the Colts. Really put a stranglehold on that division. So Tennessee is at our number 8 spot. Number 9, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, 5-2, coming out of a bye, and really looking to keep that division lead on the road against the New York Giants this week. Should be able to get that done. Hopefully the Henry Ruggs news doesn't, create too much noise for them. They got to keep pressing on because this is a tough division in football, one of the toughest in football. So they really need to keep stringing together these victories. This is a very winnable game for the Raiders. 5-2. We got them at the number 9 spot. And then at the number 10 spot, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Embarrassing loss to the Jets. Truly. But I still think the team is very well-rounded. Honestly, had a chance to probably stay in that game and possibly come back again in that game. A terrible helmet-to-helmet call, and the Jets hold on for the victory. So, yes, the Bengals, they lose to the Jets. We got to have them right here at the 10 spot, and there's a couple teams creeping in there. We got the Saints. Now they're dealing with, quarterback issues. No Jameis Winston. Ken Taysom Hill can, lead that team. I would say they're right on the outside there. Obviously, the Chargers, we know where they're at. They're right on the outside as well. And the Chiefs pulled off an okay victory, but they still don't look pretty. So they're not close to the Power 10 at this moment. So that's it. That's your Thursday night football preview. And then our top 10 power rankings heading in to week number 9. So once again, like the video, subscribe, share, thumb bell, all that good stuff, and then comment. If there's any comments you want to drop, anything about fantasy related, NFL related, any disagreements at all, drop in the comment section. We'll be glad to give you our opinion. So for the first 4 downs, it's been B. Scott.